So around, because we're talking about circumventing copyright and who owns the model and the output of the model, and using, I think you're like using transfer learning as a starting point to bootstrap. What about using a model as your starting point to bootstrap your content collection, and then keeping that content, once you've bootstrapped it, sort of separating yourself from the original model?
This is becoming much more accessible. Much more accessible. In the last 3 weeks, much more accessible. There were 7 models released by Cerebras GPT last week that run the range of pre-trained, robust, Apache 2.0 licensed, commercially usable, custom trainable, complete with training weights and works. It's becoming much more possible to build the custom models based on a robust foundation piece. In the last 5 weeks, there's been DALL-E 2 from Databricks, GPT-4All, the GPT-4All J model from Nomic, and Cerebras GPT just released 7 models last Thursday that run from very small, like I think 111 million features to 16 billion features that are available to be domain-specific trained.
Yeah. So browser plugins, I think that's where the future of where this model, this LLM technology is going to be. 2 things. One is the chat interface, like Cody talked about. Very simple, elegant to use, easy to interface, right? The second one is the plugins. At some point in the future, near future, I would foresee that there's going to be a plugin for Jira, there's going to be a Copilot already exists there, right? Plugin for IDEs, there's going to be browser plugins. That browser plugins is, I think it's going to be another breakthrough of this technology. That's where your answer to your question comes in, because that browser plugin now can able to monitor any type of website. It can able to crawl and pick up the data. Let's say you are an authenticated user of a particular website. Now you can able to lift the content in an authenticated space, where our current crawling technologies has the limitation of stopping at to the point of authentication, right? Because you as a human entered the CAPTCHA, allowed it, you gave a permissible purpose to retrieve the data, right? So now this model can retrieve the data and can able to retrain the model. That's going to be a little crazy and scary in my opinion.